I compared SCHD and the S&P 500 over 20 years using a $100,000 investment. The S&P 500 grew to $673,000, while SCHD reached $502,000. But SCHD paid $186,000 in dividends compared to only $62,000 from the S&P 500. Including cash payouts, total value became $688,000 for SCHD and $735,000 for the S&P 500. The difference was just $47,000, while SCHD delivered nearly triple the income throughout the journey. Here's what we're covering. First, the 20-year total return comparison with dividends reinvested. Then, the income comparison if you took dividends as cash instead of reinvesting. Next, the volatility analysis during crashes in 2008, 2020, and 2022. Finally, the decision framework based on your age and whether you need income now or growth for later. Quick disclaimer. This comparison is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. SCHD data before 2011 is backtested. Always research carefully and consult a qualified financial advisor before investing. Here's what $100,000 invested over 20 years looks like with dividends reinvested. The S&P 500 grew to about $673,000 by 2026, delivering a 573% total return or roughly 9.8% annually. It survived major crashes including 2008, COVID-19, and the 2022 bear market. Using SCHD's dividend-focused strategy, the same $100,000 grew to around $502,000, a 402% return or 8.4% annually. That leaves the S&P 500 ahead by about $171,000. The main reason is technology. SCHD avoids major tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Amazon, while the S&P 500 heavily benefited from the tech boom between 2010 and 2021. At first glance, the S&P 500 seems like the easy winner. But this assumes every dividend was reinvested. What changes if you actually needed income from your portfolio instead? Now let's compare both investments while taking dividends as cash instead of reinvesting them. The S&P 500 generated about $62,000 in dividends over 20 years from a $100,000 investment. Income started around $2,000 in year 1 and grew to roughly $4,800 by year 20, averaging a 2% yield. After spending those dividends, the remaining portfolio value would be about $538,000, bringing the total value to around $600,000. Meanwhile, SCHD paid nearly $186,000 in dividends over the same period. Income began near $3,400 annually and grew to about $14,600 by year 20, because SCHD's dividends historically increased around 12% yearly. After taking those dividends as cash, the remaining shares would be worth about $251,500. Yes, the S&P 500 still ends with a larger portfolio. But for retirees or anyone living on investment income, SCHD provided roughly $124,000 more spendable cash over 20 years. That extra income can make a major difference in financial stability and retirement comfort. Here's how both investments handled the 3 biggest market crashes. During the 2008 financial crisis, the S&P 500 fell 57%, turning $100,000 into about $43,000. SCHD's dividend-focused strategy dropped around 48%, leaving roughly $52,000. SCHD also recovered faster, taking about 4 years compared to 5 for the S&P 500. In the 2020 COVID crash, both performed almost the same. The S&P 500 dropped 34% while SCHD fell 33%, and both rebounded quickly by August 2020. During the 2022 bear market, the S&P 500 declined 25%, while SCHD dropped only 18%. SCHD held up better because it avoided many struggling tech stocks. The pattern is clear. SCHD tends to perform better during recession-driven downturns and offers more stability overall. For retirees depending on portfolio income, smaller declines can protect capital and reduce the need to sell investments during market crashes. So, which investment should you own? It depends on your age, risk tolerance, and financial goals. Choose the S&P 500 if you're under 40, focused on long-term growth, comfortable with volatility, and willing to ride out major crashes for potentially higher returns. It's best for investors who don't need income today and believe technology companies will continue leading the market. Choose SCHD if you're retired or near retirement, want reliable dividend income, prefer stability, and don't want to sell shares during downturns. SCHD is designed more for income and lower volatility. A balanced mix can work well too. Investors between 40 and 55 may prefer a 60% S&P 500 and 40% SCHD allocation for both growth and income. Those closer to retirement, around 55 to 65, may shift toward 40% S&P 500 and 60% SCHD to prioritize income and reduce risk. Personally, at age 38, I prefer a 50-by-50 split because it combines growth potential with strong dividend income. As retirement approaches, I'd gradually increase the SCHD allocation for more stability and cash flow. Here's what surprised me most about this analysis. The surprising finding. Over 20 years, the S&P 500 only beat SCHD by $171,000 with dividends reinvested. That's 34% more money, which sounds like a lot. But when you break it down annually, the S&P 500 returned 9.8% and SCHD returned 8.4%. That's only a 1.4% difference per year. For a 1.4% higher return, you're accepting 0 dividend income during accumulation, 57% crashes instead of 48% crashes, 100% dependence on tech stocks continuing to dominate, no inflation protection from growing dividends. Is 1.4% extra return per year worth giving up income, stability, and dividend growth? For someone in their 20s or 30s, maybe. For someone in their 50s or 60s, absolutely not. The real lesson: the S&P 500 is better for pure growth if you don't need income. SCHD is better for income and stability if you're living off your portfolio or approaching retirement. Neither is objectively better. They serve different purposes. What most people should do: own both. Young people should overweight S&P 500. Older people should overweight SCHD. Shift allocation over time as you age. Don't pick one and ignore the other. The biggest mistake: going 100% S&P 500 at age 60 because it has higher historical returns. You're setting yourself up for disaster if a 2008-style crash hits right when you retire. Sequence of returns risk is real. Here's the bottom line. S&P 500 returned 9.8% annually over 20 years. SCHD returned 8.4%. The S&P 500 wins on total growth, but SCHD paid triple the income and dropped less during crashes. The S&P 500 is better for young investors who want maximum growth. SCHD is better for older investors who need income and stability. The smart move: own both. 60/40 S&P 500 to SCHD if you're under 50. 40/60 if you're over 50. Shift gradually as you age. What's your current allocation? Drop it in the comments. 100% S&P 500? 100% SCHD 50/50? I want to see where everyone stands. I'll respond to everyone. Subscribe for more head-to-head ETF comparisons with real 20-year data. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.